appreciate it, as always. This is one heck of a group, isn't it? Alright, so, gentlemen, how many of you have been on a Walker Stalker cruise before?
Yeah!
What's your best memory of a Walker Stalker cruise, or are you gonna make it this one?
Getting off of it. You don't remember anything from a Walker Stalker cruise, do you? You don't remember anything? These people already forgot what happened 2 minutes ago.
Who started drinking before they got on the boat?
Well, that explains everything.
The lady on the plane that as soon as she walked on saw me and Kari went, "Don't pay!" And the whole plane knew that we were sat on it. It was hilarious.
So, I guess they did it a little different this year. They made you all submit questions, but I mean, that's no fun, right? The mic needs to go into the audience, because that's when it gets really messy on these boats. But let's see. I mean, while they're getting a mic, we'll go ahead and start here. Carmen wants to know, gentlemen, who's your teenage crush? I know, right? I mean, so
I'm 52. I don't have any crushes on teenagers. Happily married, James.
They're just waiting for you to answer and drag your ass off it.
Speaking to you.
I didn't say who's a teenager you have a crush on. It's who was your teenage crush. I'm not trying to get you in jail again, Negan. Let's just keep it going.
Yeah, well, actually, mine was Janet Elfman. Yeah, back from EdTV, so I thought it was really funny. And I was like, I met her a bunch. And I'm like, oh.
You're like, I'll cross over to fear.
How's it going, Austin? Yeah.
Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a teenager. I still have that poster on my wall.
Janet Jackson. How's Janet? Miss Jackson.
Like Janet with the picture.
Did you just say Leif Garrett? Leif Garrett? That was your teenage crush? Is Leif Garrett? Oh, I'm totally hearing things. I'm already seasick. We haven't even left.
Who did you say it was?
Leif Garrett.
Leif Garrett?
Yeah.
Well, who isn't enamored by Leif Garrett?
I mean, I was.
Yeah, but no, that was not my first choice, but I said Janet Jackson.
Alright, so we'll keep going to the...
That was a great question.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Nancy wants to know who on the show is most like their real life persona.
Thank you very much.
I don't know, Jeffrey. We got a lot of points at Cooper.
Cooper for sure. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it was, for that character, it was really funny just for the fact that I'm like, oh, I would totally say that. And I would totally stand there in the way.
well, you were already working on the show, right? Behind the scenes?
Yeah, well, I did second unit, like boom hopping and stuff. I actually did a scene with you a long time ago. Yeah, it started like season 3 and so
They're like, write that guy in, right?
well, I'm still talking, but yes, that's what I'm. Take this.
What do I do with this? Alright, so, let's see who else. Tabitha wants to know if you could hook up with any fictional character on the show, who would it be and why? Get yourself in trouble now, guys!
Leif Garrett.
Leif Garrett comes in this weekend, right? This episode coming up?
Yeah.
I would have liked to have hooked up with Jesus.
Wait, you Ross or you Aaron?
Me, Aaron, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of like teased that little one and then they went and killed me, so wah wah.
It's time for a flashback.
I think it happened in the 6 years in between.
Probably. That's what we called it.
Yeah, that's how we started our little wrestling stuff. Jumping 7 feet in the air and getting me off a horse. Getting me off on a horse.
Whatever. Jokes. All right, Chandler, this one's from Dale. She says, Chandler, now that you're gone and Judith is interacting with Negan, how would you like for her to handle that relationship? What's the best advice you could give her?
I mean, honestly, I really like the direction that they're going with their character. It's super, super cool to see like a completely different take on like Carl's interactions with Negan. So I don't
He doesn't watch the show anymore.
He still thinks Judith's like 3 running around. Alright. David, Paula says, how would the governor handle the whisperers?
Well, the way he handled everybody else, he just blow them out. You know, you take a tank to them and do all that. That's how he did everybody else. But yeah, I mean, just total destruction. That was his major thing, really, wasn't it? He wasn't very subtle in that way.
No, it was not. All right, we're gonna keep rolling. Jeffrey and David, who wins?
Well, we're having that battle on Sunday. We're selling tickets. So, get them on now.
I think they team up. I think they'd be on the same side.
Yeah, definitely. They wouldn't trust each other, but they'd be on the same side.
All right, keeping it going. Seth, Melinda asks, Gabriel has screwed up multiple times in a multitude of different ways. Sorry, bud. How does it feel to be the one to allow Negan to escape?
Well, I think, man.
He's trying so hard not to cuss y'all out right now. It's just everything. I literally saw like 3 MF right behind his head.
Yeah.
It just didn't get out that way. He's being very good.
I see the kids in the audience, which means I can't answer. The way I want to answer, but
Hey, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
as Jeffrey just said, there was a guard. There was a guard. There was a guard.
I mean, look, it's not like Daryl getting Glenn killed. I mean, it's not that bad, right? Oh, man. She saved that just for that question. All right. Let's see here. I guess Natalie's from Australia. She says, gentlemen, what's your best impersonation of an Aussie accent?
Right, so don't really know him. Aussie's kind of hard, and I feel like it's a lot of stopping and starting, Tom, do you want to take a go? You want to try?
I don't know, just throw another shrimp on the barbie.
I don't know, Natalie is from Australia, right? Where are you, Natalie? Yeah.
All right, great.
Hey, by the way, we'll be back there next year.
Well, we can all talk like Callan, who doesn't sound Australian at all. It sounds like he's from Minnesota and decided just to come up with a crazy way to talk.
Because he's Australian.
Well, he says he's Australian, but also he's from South Africa and also Ireland.
So he has like this way of speaking, like this thing in his throat, and it's like a Sean Connery kind of talking. But yeah,
I'm so very sorry, Maggie. I'm really trying really hard to get over here.
we gotta get those spears to the hilltop before it's too late. It's like this Christopher Walken cadence. He's like everything.
Very bizarre. We don't trust him. We don't know where he's from.
All right. Do we have a mic out in the crowd yet? I think we're trying to get one out here. We're close. Do we have a mic coming out yet? Yeah? Hold on. I'll hand the mic out. Let's see here. All right, they're running it up. Let's see here. Jeffrey, Donna wants to know in the 100th episode, how many takes did it require of you to get through all those lines? The 100th episode.
Which one was that?
100th episode, scene 4, take 3.
I knew my lines.
Yeah, he knew him.
I knew him. Truthfully, I did. They shot the other guys first, everybody's reactions while I got to warm up. But I swear to God, I knew it. I would be really honest and say I didn't know shit. I didn't know.
How often do you just make stuff up?
I mean, I do make stuff up. Negan really hasn't said a whole lot of new stuff since his introduction. It's just various ways of saying the same thing. So it's easy to get confused.
Alright, we do have a microphone now, and it's over there, so say your name, and we want to answer your question.
Okay, my name is Breezy, and I'm actually asking for Paula, Peggy, Jane, and Tony for David. When you cut Herschel's head off, which was really rude, by the way, was it hard for you as an actor to do that, or?
Yeah, it was really hard. I mean, Scott, as we know, is a great man. He was really, and he was great friends of ours. And he was a very special man, very special actor, but a very special man as well. So the thing for me was that I was going to kill him, but then I knew I was going to die immediately after kicking Rick's ass off. That was what I had to do first. But then, so it was a tough day. It was a really tough day, and you know, him and I went out afterwards, and we sort of played some pool, and we played some golf and stuff. But yeah, it was a sad day but it's a sad day when anybody that we like leaves the show. I mean, that's the show we're on, you know. And when anybody who's been on it for a long time has to sort of depart, it's really tough for all of us. And that goes not just for the actors, but for the crew, you know. When any one of the crew have to go, it's really hard for all of us because we're all great mates. But that was a tough day. It was really tough.
Yeah, excuse me.
That was a shit.
I had eggs this morning. You know how that gets to you, you know, it settles right there.
Alright, got another one over here.
Hi, I'm Tammy from Canada. Anybody else from Canada? Yeah! I want to know, for you personally, what is your favorite episode, whether you're in it or not?
That's a question to anybody, right?
Mine was the
Yes.
Grove.
Mine or individual, whoever wants to answer.
Mine was the Grove with Melissa and Tyrese and
Chad.
Yeah, that's the best.
I totally agree. I was actually just like going through and watching the show the last few months, and that episode just stands out like so much from the rest of the season. Like, it's the whole season is incredible. Like, that episode specifically has always been the case.
That's the one where Rick bites the guy's throat out. I jumped off the couch. Right, Rick! Man just bit another man's throat out and jumped in. That's great.
Yeah, that was crazy. It might have been one of the craziest moments on the show. What else, guys? What else has a favorite show?
Mine's Grove as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes. It's a great episode.
No, it is.
It was awesome. I worked with Kyla. I used to live in the Boomerang movie, but she was even younger than that, so that was another episode.
I really like the pilot.
Yeah, that was why I was going to say the pilot. It was the one that really, you know, was the thing that introduced me to the show, like all of us. And suddenly went, this is really different. This has something else. You have the genre of it, which you think, oh yeah, I know that genre. But the characters that just drove in that first pilot, you really set the benchmark very high. And I think they've gone on from there. But that first pilot really blew me away. It was fantastic.
We're totally on the same team.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite moment, I don't have a favorite episode. The favorite moment though is Morgan looking down the gun barrel at his wife and can't pull it. That was the moment that I was like, oh, okay, this isn't about zombies, is it? Yeah, it was that one stays with me.
Yeah, I think that's why fans for years were just wanting Morgan to come back. Yeah, that pilot was amazing. All right, where's the mic now? All right, right there.
Hi, my name is Eva Marie and I'm from South Carolina. My question's for Jeffrey. In your interactions with Judah, does it make you long for your own child?
I mean, yeah, it certainly, I think, helps being a father when you have scenes with children. I think that you can use that to your advantage as an actor. But, I mean, Kaylee's a very special little girl and an amazing actor. So kind of the scenes that we do together, they're about as real as you're gonna see. I mean, she's such a good actor that I sort of forget that we're acting sometimes, that she's that good. So I give all the credit to her. Is she here? Ah, there's my girl right there. Yeah, she's gonna steal the show. She already has stolen the show.
All right, let's keep going.
Hi, I'm Barbara. I want to say congratulations on George to start out with.
Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And do you think that Negan will ever betray Judith?
No.
Smart man.
No. I honestly, that's not even me being an asshole. I really, he wouldn't. I think that he holds her in very high regard and is on her side.
Well, it's funny because your antagonist, which is Rick Grimes, you've, in some ways, your best relationships have been
with his kids. Yeah, I like his kids. Right. They're good kids. They just need a little proper guidance is all.
All right, there's Mike.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm from Australia. My question for Chandler. When you had to leave the show, was it really hard or did you want to keep going?
I mean, I think anyone that gets killed off the show doesn't really want to leave because it's such a, getting to go on and do other things is the best. It's like, after being on the show for 8 years and having that kind of be my whole life, it's cool to like have something be part of my life that isn't just Walking Dead. And Walking Dead's great, and I love this, and I love being a part of it, but it's really, really cool to go on and do other things as well.
Tom, what do you like? Yeah, sorry, I just called you a whole bunch of names. But in all seriousness, I mean, you're just the most recent departure on the show. How's it been for you? And
I feel like I've done a couple of interviews about this. I was okay with it. I was like, it's 3 years. It's the longest I've ever been on one job, and the nature of the job is that you want to play different characters and do different things. And I was at peace with it, to be honest. I just told Angela, like, make sure it's really badass. And it was, because it was just, for me, there was just like no way he's gonna go out. You know, I was like, it has to be a ton of people, or it has to be a big surprise. And it ended up being a big surprise.
Yeah, I mean, it's might be the biggest surprise of the season, and if not the most pivotal moment of the season, right?
Yeah, it was cool. I love the fact that Jesus introduced Negan and the Saviors, and then introduced the Whisperers. I like that kind of bookending of the whole thing. So yeah, I was happy with it.
It's a good way to look at it, for sure. All right, next question right here.
Hi, I'm Heather from Virginia. First, we wanted to congratulate Chandler on his new role in A Million Little Things.
Thank you.
But I have a question for Ross. What happened
quite in love. You know, he tried to give it to Jesus, and then he died. And you know, after Eric died, he's like, let me give it. And then great.
So she's next, basically.
Oh, she's probably gonna die next. Yeah, the curse of Aaron. Yeah.
That really large arm actually comes off and turns into a baby sling, right? That huge arm comes off and it's like a baby sling now. Your real arm's not underneath that, is it?
Oh yeah. It's like a clamshell. It's like you're being facetious.
It's they should have gone green screen. Let's be honest. They should have gone green screen.
Yeah.
But after the deer, the Walking Dead deer and the carnival.
Yeah.
Green screen.
That was it.
All right, next question. Over here.
Hi, I'm Kailani from Florida. And my question is like a general question. If you could associate like one song to your character, what would it be and why?
Here I go again on my own. Is that my own? What is it? That's it.
Yeah.
Here I go again.
But it should be personal Jesus.
Yeah, that's too obvious. So I introduced myself as, by the way, I'm your own personal Jesus. That was the line I used on Aaron.
Maybe like the majority of Be Our Guest. Serving all the gray stuff. It's delicious. Be our guest, to be our guest, but our service to the test. I am not going around your neck, Sherry, and we'll provide the rest. I don't know how he says the other words. You know when you hear a radio and you're like, you know most of the song, and then you kind of like, it's me and Romac, it's me and Mom, and this is my own language that I'm singing. That's what's going on with that. Lucille. I mean, it's kind of a fucking gimmick.
Father Gabriel? Is that, I mean, I know you had to have thought about a song, right?
Hallelujah. Works for me.
Boat is moving.
The king would be Eye of the Tiger. They had to be Eye of the Tiger. Hey, come on. We're gonna be drunk and singing that in about 7 minutes.
Let's go out here.
No, Kentucky. Yes, please. Jerry, I went to your first homework in Cincinnati. I love cobbler. How much cobbler have you made?
The only cobbler I've made are the ones in Atlanta. And I'd probably say 150 pounds of cobbler. Like me, my wife, Juliet, my mom, we would make it. We had like a stack from I don't know to here, and other times to so. And then yeah, a lot. I made a lot of cobbler. A lot is the number I'm looking for.
Hi guys, I'm Nadia from Germany. My question is, what dialogue your character had in the past is the one you remember the most? Because maybe it was a great shoot or it was such a turning point for your character.
Best dialogue. I liked your world's about to get a whole lot bigger. Because it was like the first line that went into. I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's what I want. Awesome. I'll get one of those lines.
I always lock the doors, which should answer that other question. But that's one of my favorite lines.
Yeah, I mean, right? Father Gabriel locked everybody out, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
We don't forget. Anybody else have a favorite line?
And Yerasma is Daddy Yerasma. I think I might tattoo. I've never got a tattoo. But
how many people have that tattoo now? How many people have you signed that?
I've signed several people that have tattooed it on, but I don't know. Maybe I've seen. I don't know. less than 100, but that's still a pretty good number, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. What's crazy is when somebody comes up to you with your face on their thigh, and you haven't even been on the show yet. I mean, my show started that night. The first time you actually saw me on the show, this woman came up. It was Atlanta Walker Stalker, and it was the day before she actually saw if I could act or not. And she already had my face on her thigh, and I'm like, woman, this is the most commitment you ever gonna get from me.
I was gonna say, if you're not married, you marry that woman.
Seriously, I thought about it briefly.